Hey, sweet soul, welcome back to Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. My name is Raileigh. Today's message is for everyone who may be having a hard time navigating their soul mission at this time with very, very dense energies that seem to be dominating the most popular narratives. And I'm here just to remind you that those dense narratives, where the initiatives of major leaders around the world are of coldness and lack of empathy, while it may be true, the greatest energy on earth is that of light that is awakening right now. In that awakening process, it feels like we're being torn apart, and maybe you feel very dense yourself because you've been absorbing, because you care and you're so empathetic about the planet and her people that you've been absorbing this very dense energy into your body so that you can awaken and evoke from your soul being the light and the medicine that's going to shine through your life. And it's very important work. It's very difficult work that you have to be patient with your human self for and allow the energy to move through you. And once the energy is done being processed, once you're finally accepting and understanding what is really happening in truth around you, that is when you can take the initiatives in your higher purpose with confidence and with strategy and with community and support, and just very clear direction of how the divine wants to move through you. But I want to talk about how to navigate in this world that seems to lack morals. And I need you to know that you're not alone in the suffering that comes when you just want to see more peace and love and see heaven on earth. And the more that you desire to see it, then therefore what will come into your consciousness is the absence of it, is the void of that as truth, so that you can, again, ascend yourself enough to the point where you are motivated enough to do something about it and to create that life you dream of through your own vessel, through your very life. And again, it feels like maybe all that you've ever known is being eradicated right now. It is difficult to see how dark people really can be, how cold people really can be, and it can feel devastating to see the destruction that has been happening in this world and around you, that you feel a lack of hope and faith sometimes because you don't have a sense of control or knowing of how to fix it. And so if you're resonating so far with this message, then again, this is the point in your journey when you have to take a moment to receive and download this information, no matter how dark and scary it is, and allow it to move through your body. And so you might be expressing the ascension symptoms that come with awakening, spiritual awakening, where you feel like you're in psychosis. A lot of things are being purged out of you emotionally. A lot of psychic knowing is coming into your consciousness of things you've suppressed for a very long time, in the ways that you've been suffering and have been abused by life and others. And so the work right now is to reclaim and build up the compassion within yourself, not only for you and for your abusers, but for the world and for the dark powers that are happening right now. And if you can, again, source that higher compassion somehow, and I know it's difficult, especially with the horrid things that human beings do to other people and to our planet. The more you can, again, source compassion, the more you're going to be able to create and influence the dark powers. And when I say influence, you are here, you're watching, because you are also a divine conscious creator. You're living an entrepreneur lifestyle, or you're trying to live full time in your higher purpose. And so you're being called to create this time, you're being called to lead, and you're being called to teach these things so that we can reach the consciousness of those who are in dark powers and leadership. And when I say dark, I just mean the people who want to harm, want to kill. They believe it is justified in a way, their own initiatives. They believe that they are God. Not saying that everyone is connected. They mean that they really believe they are here to lead destruction on earth, and they justify it in ways that they believe that their God is telling them to do this. Or maybe they don't believe in God at all. They don't believe in love. They just believe in power. And so as a conscious spiritual being who believes in love, who believes in the divine as the higher love that we are all connected to, that we can all go home to if we choose, you are supposed to consciously not only be aware of how people who are in evil leadership are thinking and where they are spiritually. If you are aware, that means you're connected. That means you can feel it. That means you can see it. That means you can become it. That means you are in a similar conscious plane, but you're making choices to choose light and peace and love. And they're using the same gifts that you have, the same type of cosmic intelligence, but they're using it for bad. And so that is spiritual warfare at its finest. And that is anyone who's on the conscious creative path. If you are just someone here to elevate the consciousness of the love frequency on earth, then that is the spiritual warfare we face every day. And because we are so empathic, because we are meant to understand the human psychology, no matter where they are, that means, again, you might be absorbing dark energies at this time, but it's very important that you do not hold on to that energy. It's very important that you have to release it at this time. You have to canalize it. You have to transmute all the pain that you're absorbing from other people or sourcing within yourself to look at and to heal generations of your own lineages, your own ancestors, on top of other people's ancestors around the world, depending how conscious and how deep of an impact of work you want to do and how quickly you want to do it. That's going to clearly parallel to you the kind of suffering you might be moving through right now and the type of purging you might be moving through right now. So just know it's temporary, but please release it. Do not suppress it. The more that you suppress it, then you self-destruct in a way, you self-sabotage your soul mission, and that contributes to the manifestation of disease. And we don't need that here on the spiritual battlefield. You need to be healthy and you need to be happy in order to be successful in the light mission. So that means, are you willing to embrace the darkness within yourself and to release it and transmute it and to express it in the most raw and authentic way that humans have ever connected? Because that's going to be the warfare against the lack of empathy, against the coldness, against people who want to destroy and kill off light, to kill off all life energy on earth in the pursuit of money and greed. And so you have to care. You have to feel. And the world's going to increasingly try to teach you that you're weird or you're crazy or something's wrong with you if you are an emotional being. But the more emotions you have, the more deeply feeling you are, the more empathetic you are, the more you're able to raise the frequency of the planet back towards love, because you're able to connect down and descend down where people are and to lift them and guide them back up. And so you are not just an emotional being, you are an expansive being. You are a highly conscious being, and it can be very painful. But you learn the tools of how to navigate. And you allow yourself to receive community, and you allow yourself to be seen, and you allow yourself to express what you know as truth. And you share these truths, spiritual truths of love, in the ways that give you joy. You're allowed to do that. You must do it. Joy must be spread upon the planet to inspire the peace that needs to happen in order to heal as a nation, as a planet. So thank you for doing this work. I hope this message helps you to believe again in yourself, to get through this shadow work that you might be moving through at this time, or to not give up hope and faith and where we can go as a human collective. But you get to choose the vibration, you get to choose reality. And in that choice is also your calling to help create it. So thank you again so much. I'll speak to you again soon. If you need support or clarity on this mission, please reach out to me by email, Raileigh@consciouslifestylecoaching.com, or you can go ahead and book a one-on-one session with me at consciouslifestylecoaching.com/clarity. And of course, books and other resources are available. So please check the website out. I hope to hear from you soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love.